Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Anne and today I'm going to be bringing you my December TBR. I am panicking. I'm overwhelmed with all of the things that I need to do, need to read, need to finish vlogging for. There is so many things that I need to do and I'm in a bit of a panic. So I've just grabbed a bunch of books that I've been wanting to read, have been needing to read, have been on my 2024 TBR, and I'm just going to try. I'm going to try my hardest to get these books in. I am trying to download audiobooks so I can listen to them during work and just get through them that way. So this might be a short video where I just talk about some of the books that I'm really intrigued by and hope to get to by the end of the year, but might not do because I'm struggling and I'm starting to realize that I might not be a TBR gal, and I think I might be a bit more of a mood reader, especially because I've set myself such strict TBRs for certain videos that I start to struggle and I get very overwhelmed with everything that I'm doing. So the first book that I definitely want to try and get to is The Assassin Thief by Madeleine Taywu. This is a story about our main character Tellum, who is an assassin, and she has to help a Warrant Fae warrior who is looking for her to help him take down the Mad Fae king and prevent war. So they have to come together to stop this king, and we have mishaps happening. But the road to the Fae capital is a long one, and haunted by memories of her past, Tellum must decide if she can risk losing dominance over the darkness in her soul. This is a debut by Madeleine and I have the whole series, and I definitely want to read the series because I've heard so many amazing things about this. But yes, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to get to this one in December. The next one is Heliacal Rising by CC Davy. I think I've talked about this in multiple videos now, but this is one that I have gotten signed. I have met CC, I love CC, and I've heard so many great things about this. So this one we're following it. This is a dark fantasy, and this is also a debut by an NZ author. She has multiple books out now, but this is her first book that she's ever released. And this is about our main character, who is taken in as a ward by a lord after her parents were killed, and she's forced to navigate a new life trying to become what is required of her, so being a woman who is just there to get married and have children. And then Attica, kingdom of the Witchlings, moves to rise again. Territories long alienated are forced to unite. Secrets begin to unravel, secrets that make her question everything. She is Amelia Silvers, and she is about to show the world that she can be, that even the most unexpected can burn the brightest. This is quite a short one, so I'm hoping that I can fly through it in a weekend of some sort and try and get through it because I'm so excited and I want to join in on all the hype about this series. The next one that I've actually gotten the audiobook for, and I'm kind of a little bit worried about this one, but this is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is on my 2024 TBR, and this is a chunky boy. All I know about this is we're following 4 friends who have known themselves their whole lives. I think they met in uni, and we're watching them as they go through life. There's a lot of trauma in here, there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of pain. I know that this is a hard one, it makes people cry, and I'm very worried because I'm going to be listening to this at work, and I'm very worried that I'm going to end up crying at work, but I need to get through it. This is on my 2024 TBR, and I'm really trying to get some of those books off my TBR. And this is a chunky boy. It doesn't give me a synopsis. Is there a synopsis anywhere? Yes, so when 4 classmates from a small Massachusetts college moved to New York to make their way, they're broke, adrift, and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition. There is kind, handsome Willem, and an aspiring actor, JB, a quick-witted, sometimes cruel painter pursuing fame in the art world, Malcolm, a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, and withdrawn, brilliant, enigmatic Jude, who serves as their center of gravity. Over the decades, their relationships deepen and darken, tinged by addiction, success, and pride. Yet their greatest challenge, each comes to realize, is Jude himself. By midlife, a terrifying, talented lawyer, yet an increasingly broken man, his mind and body scarred by an unspeakable childhood, and haunted by a degree of trauma that he fears he will not only be able to overcome, but that will define his life forever. So yeah, it's going to be a lot, and I have a feeling I'm going to cry. We shall see. So hopefully I can get to this one because I do have the audiobook, I think, or it's on hold, and I will be getting it soon. The next one that I want to read is The Wren Hunt by Mary Watson. This is one that's also on my 2024 TBR, and I've been avoiding it for years. I've had it for many years. So in this one we're following Wren. Every winter she is chased through the forest in a warped version of a childhood game. The boys who hunt her are judged as powerful and frightening pursuers who know nothing of her true identity. If they knew she was an ogre, their sworn enemy, the game would turn deadly. But Wren is on the hunt too. Sent undercover as an intern to the Harkness Foundation enemy headquarters, her family's survival rests on the finding a secret meant to stay hidden. So we've got two ancient magics reached a breaking point. Wren is torn between old loyalties and new lies, entrapped in the most dangerous game of her life. This is a part thriller, part love story, and it is a debut novel by this author. I think that this author is Irish, if I'm remembering correct. She is from Cape Town but lives in the west coast of Ireland. So yeah, so she lives in Ireland, so it's going to have that very Irish setting, which I'm very excited about. The next one, Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. I've talked about this in, I think, every TBR video this year. I don't know what it is, I've just been avoiding this one because I think Things We Never Got Over is one of my favorite books of all time. So I'm really struggling to pick up the next book in the series because it's not about Nox and Naomi. This one we're following Nox's brother, Nash. And he is the police chief in Knockmat, and we're following him and his love interest, Lena, and it's like a good boy bad girl scenario because Lena isn't above breaking the law, and I think that we're following there is an overarching plot within this series, so there will be stuff that happens that follows on from book one. So I am intrigued. I do want to see more Naomi and Nox and Way, but I don't know, I've just been avoiding this one and I'm very scared to pick it up. The next one is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is the first book in this Powerless series. Book 3 has been announced, and I think this is going to be a trilogy with the novella in between Powerless and Reckless. But this is a YA fantasy romance from what I remember, and it kind of gives Hunger Games vibes. So in this one we have the elites, and they have powers, and the elites have possessed powers for decades gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Alea and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. When she unexpectedly saves one of Ilia's princes, Kai Azar, she's thrown into the Purging Trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will, if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. So in this one we're following our main character who doesn't have powers in a world that you need to have powers in, and she starts falling in love with someone that she shouldn't, so there's a forbidden romance sort of aspect there. And the last book that I really hoping to get to before the end of the year, but it isn't a need, it's more of a want, and this is Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. So I'm currently in the middle of a Throne of Glass reread. This is one of my favorite series of all time, and I'm just so obsessed with this series. I read it back in 2020 with one of my best friends, Elizabeth, and I'm reading it again for the first, since then. This is my first reread of the series, and I'm so excited. I recently just read Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, so I'd really love to continue and read Heir of Fire. So in Throne of Glass we're following Selena Sargatian. She is one of the most world-renowned assassins, and at the start of Throne of Glass she is in a prison where she is a slave, and she gets taken out of this prison to enter a tournament to become the king's champion, and if she becomes the king's champion he will give her her freedom in a few years time once she completes missions for him. So we follow on from there. Heir of Fire, we have moved into, a lot more has happened in this one. We've had reveals, we've had love stories, we've had heartbreak, we've had so much, and I'm very excited to see this. And this one brings in one of my favorite characters, so I'm very very excited, and I really hope I can get to read this one before the end of the year. So yeah, another one that I really want to try and finish before the end of the year, and I'm hoping I can, is It by Stephen King. So I'm going to be working on a Boyfriend Chooses My TBR vlog video, and this is the first book, and it's taken me a lot longer than I thought just because it's Stephen King, but I am this much in. So I'm 455 pages in, so if I don't finish it before the end of November, it will be added to my December TBR. And I think this is what's slowing down my reading. But anyway, that is my December TBR. I do have multiple other books that I have to try and get to. So we are on the pump and grind to try and finish all of these books. But we shall see. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Comment down below what you're going to be reading in the month of December, or what you're trying to finish before the end of the year. And subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Bye.